Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. That's Justin's house. In this video, I have a new Tokyo feature that I want to show you, but I've never really showed you the feature that got enhanced. So we're going to have a little fun, but I'm going to show you what's new and unique to Tokyo. So this feature lives in governance, risk, and compliance, integrated risk management. You choose your label. It's the risk and the risk management application. I'm in the risk workspaces, one of my favorite workspaces if you've been watching my videos. And in this application and a lot of the views, when you're looking at things, there is something called a 360-degree view. And so this is really helpful when trying to understand what's upstream, what's downstream, what all is included, and it just gives a nice visualization. So I'm going to pull up one here for inadequate network management. This is a risk statement that someone has put in our demo environment, and we have some information about it. And I won't go into all of the risk type stuff. I want to focus on this 360-degree view, which, like I said, I've never really shown on my channel before. But if we hop into it, you can see that, well, let me hit the... I've got this other thing I was doing, and I need to refresh. So let me just refresh that page. And so this 360 view for risk statements is going to show all of the risks, all of the entity types, if there was any risk assessments done for this particular risk statement. There's all the risks that you can see here, 89 risks, and that shows up when I click on it. I got a nice little visualization up on the upper right, plus the list of risks that are associated with this risk statement. Now, what if someone who works with risk came to you as an administrator and says, hey, I want to change the order of these things on the pie chart. Maybe I want risks to be up top because that's what I'm most focused on, and I'd like to see risk assessment second and aggregated risk scores third. Well, we can do that now with Tokyo. And I learned something new, and that is that you can change this entire view. That's kind of what you saw there up here at the top when I landed on this page, is that I was messing around with this before I hit the record button to make sure I really understood it. So let's go into that configuration. So I'm going to go to 360-degree views, and this is a menu where I can come in and say, okay, I want to look at the configuration for risk statement. So there it is. That's what we were looking at. This is the table row version of that, or the table row configuration version of that pie chart that you just saw. So when it pulls up, we're going to see that we have a description. We can control kind of what shows on the pie chart. This isn't new. We can control what those things are that show up on the pie chart. What is new in Tokyo is being able to change the order in which they show on the pie chart. Okay, that's the big enhancement. Not really a big enhancement, more like a maintenance enhancement, but it gave me an excuse to hop in here and talk about this. And so we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to actually create a new view. So we're going to call this Justin's view, just like you saw there. I deleted it before I recorded the video. I don't want it to be the default view, but I do want it to be active. And when I save this, it's not going to save any of these relationship registry entries. I'll do an insert and stay. So now I've created a new view. So remember, like I said on that pie chart, maybe whoever's doing risks wants to change the order and put those risks up top and maybe the risk assessments underneath. So let's change this just for visualization. We're going to show just left and right. What does this risk statement apply to and what's included? And we'll go ahead and add in, I need to save that change that I just did. And we'll go ahead and add in the relationships for risks and risk assessments. And while we're at it, we could probably leave in the entities that are showing up on that left-hand side, which is applies to. So when we select the relationships, it's going to pop a new form. And in that new form, we're going to be able to give it a name, tell it which part of the pie graph we want to put that on. So we'll just call this risks, and we're going to pull in the risks data relationship. You can create these based on relationships in the system. We're going to put it on the right hand side, and if I wanted to, look at this, I didn't even know this until I just clicked on it, we can change the filter, so we can filter what risks are actually coming in. So maybe we want one for IT, maybe we want one for operational risk, maybe we want one for enterprise risk, and a different view. That probably would have been a better use case, but I can also change the order here. So we're going to make sure this stays on top, and we're going to make sure that's 0. And then I also have control over whether that shows a visualization or not. So maybe I do want to see the visualization, and we're going to group by the category, which should be here. Yeah, we'll group by the category, add that over there, hit submit, and that's going to create that little graphic when you click on the risks that you see on the right-hand side. So this is me configuring a 360-degree view in the system. And while we're doing this, I just want to make a comment from Justin. I'd really like to see this functionality, this capability outside of integrated risk or outside of governance, risk, and compliance. I can see this being really helpful in change management and IT and the configuration management database. Let me stop talking here long enough, type in risk assessments, and we'll put these risk assessments on the right hand side. I won't add any filters, but I want it to be second and not first, so we'll make that 1 instead of 0. And heck, let's show a visualization, and we're going to group this by the assessor. Maybe I'm just really interested in who's actually doing those assessments when I go ahead and glance at that. The last one we have to do is the entities, which is showing up on the left-hand side, or the left node is the terminology in this configuration. So we'll do that last one. We'll select that relationship, and we'll get that added to our view so that we have this tailored according to what our user wants to see when they come in here and look at it. So we'll call this one entities, and we'll search for entity types, and we'll make sure that's on the left-hand side. Again, I won't do any filtering. We'll leave it on top. And I won't show any visualization for that one. We'll keep it simple. That's it. I've created a 360-degree view called Justin's View. I've changed the order so that risks, instead of showing up on the bottom like they were before, are now going to show up on the top, and just underneath those are going to be the risk assessments. So let's hop back into the risk workspace. One of the nice things about these workspaces is it does remember what you were doing, so I'm going to hit refresh on this to make sure I get that new view that I just configured for that 360-degree view. I hope doing it there on the landing page actually affects it there on the 360-degree view. It should. Let's open the list view, and we're going to navigate there the same way I navigated there the first time. I'm going to pull up those risk statements. We're going to look at that network one for inadequate network management, and that should show me all the risk statement details in the form view with the landing page. But again, we're going to hop over here to 360-degree view. And remember, when I made this view, I did not make it the default view. So it's going to default to risk statement view, which was what was there before. So we have everything there. We can see that's still in the order where risks are on the bottom, the aggregated risk scores are on the top. Even risk assessments are above that risk score. But now we're going to go into Justin's view. Notice now I have 2 nodes, just like we told it, one on the left, one on the right. My risks here are on top. I have the visualization here on the right hand side where it's visual or grouping by category. There's only one category, so this is an IT risk statement, and so therefore it's already categorized, so probably a bad group by there. And then the risk assessments, I did change the grouping on that to be by assessor, so we can see there's only one out there, one risk assessment, and it's for Veronica Acorn. So 2 things here. One is being able in Tokio to change the order of these elements when they show on the 360-degree pie chart. And 2, that I've never showed on the channel before, is that we have a really nice visualization tool within this application suite to visualize a 360-degree view around something like a risk statement. Again, I'll reemphasize, I'd love to see this in other parts of the platform. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Let's make that happen, ServiceNow. Maybe one day. I think the rest of the applications can benefit from this too. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think is interested in enhancing their 360-degree views in integrated risk management. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.